everybody working. They produce all these goods and they get that out of the country to whoever will take it. For a long time, we're the takers of that. Whatever the Chinese are making, they will dump on us. They have an aggregate demand problem where if other countries stopped importing their things for whatever reason, whether it was important stuff to bring in or not, purely discretionary things like sneakers or whatever, that would hurt China. That's the driver of China's economic model right now is the export markets because their local demand is poor. They're also still recovering from a Chinese property crisis where they overbuilt housing in almost all forms and regards. That's been going on for 5 years, and that hasn't come back, and that's contributing to the lack of aggregate demand. So I just want to make clear, I think the U.S. is right to pick a trade war with the Chinese. I think the way that it's being carried out or executed is the worst of ways in which it can be done. Nonetheless, if we change tack right now, we could still, quote, win it, depending on what your definition of winning is.
Mm-hmm. And I guess, yeah, I think that's exactly right. And I think what the administration has been trying to do is combat some of the outlets for that economic dumping, right? And trying to get Europe, Canada, Mexico to raise tariffs on China as well, or to open investigations into some of these sectors, like their electric vehicle sector. And I think that if you can ring fence the Chinese economy and prevent them from dumping their goods on many of these big consumer economies, then maybe you can really weaken them structurally over the long term. I think the Chinese are always looking at ways to get around this as well in different ways, right? Like I was in Ohio just this past week looking at this Chinese glass company, Fuyao, that set up a bunch of manufacturing facilities in the United States. And they are, allegedly using Chinese nationals to come in and undercut all of the US-based glass production for the automotive industry, for architectural glass, stuff like that. And they're expanding like gangbusters. So that's the question of what you would call internal dumping, them setting up a factory in another country or in this country. And
so this is illegal labor